Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're here to do my top 10 most played games on the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck is one of my favorite devices of the year. If you guys have not seen my top, devices of the year and technology of the year, make sure you check out that video. A lot of cool stuff in that video for you guys to check out, and the Steam Deck is obviously one of those on the list. And I want to do a top 10 today to kind of showcase the games that I'm playing most on the Steam Deck. Now, caveat on here, so you guys are like, where's this game? Where's that game? I usually tend to play games on the Steam Deck that I can easily replay, like, racing games and, fighting games, stuff like that, that I don't feel like I'm missing out on, because what happens to me is games like God of War, Spider-Man, Elden Ring, stuff like that, even though they can be played on the Steam Deck, and I'm super happy that I can, and I have played those games on the Steam Deck, they're not the games that I gravitate to the most, because I usually tend to want to play those games on my PC when I'm home, because I'm always in the fear of like, hey, I'm playing through the story game, but do you know how much better this would look like on my OLED monitor at home, on my PC, on a 3080 or a 4080, whatever the case may be that you may be running on? I always have that feeling, so I usually tend to stay away from those games on the Steam Deck, because I want to play those games fully in their graphical power on my, gaming PC. So what I tend to play more is other games that, don't rely on being a grandiose story that I want to save for when I'm playing on my PC. So the games that you see on this list are not going to be games like God of War, because I'm playing that game fully on my PC, or other games like that, because I reserve those games to be fully played on my PC. I love playing them on the Steam Deck when I'm done with the story, if there's things to come back to and stuff, but I don't gravitate towards those games. That's why my top 10 list today are going to be other games that I replay a lot, that I can kind of bounce around my PC. Like, hey, I can play this game on PC, play a few matches, come out of it, go on my Steam Deck, play a few matches, play a few races, blah, blah, blah. And I can feel like I can play this on the go and I'm not missing anything. And I can play this on my PC when I get home and I'm not missing anything, because there's no story that I kind of progress through. So, with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming tech is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, so the first one here coming in at number 10 is Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. I mean, I love Nickelodeon. I grew up with Nickelodeon and stuff like that. So, of course, it makes sense that this is one of my favorite games to play on the Steam Deck, because I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think they did a really good job, especially now with the voiceovers that you guys are listening to, that they actually have voiceovers now. When it first came out, it did not, which wasn't good, but it does now. And I have a really fun time playing this game. I think it's a ton of fun, especially if you're a Nickelodeon fan. It plays fantastic on the Steam Deck, of course, and it's just a lot of fun to play. I think if you're a Nickelodeon fan, it has a lot of characters, a lot of like things that you remember from being a kid, and has obviously online play and all that kind of stuff. But I just love, and I just messed up. But this is what happens when you play behind a camera. But like I said, if you guys are fans of Nickelodeon and stuff like that, this is definitely one you guys should check out. I think you guys will have a lot of fun with it. So that's Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl coming in at number 10. The next one we got to talk about here, guys, is Sonic and Sega's All-Star Racing, or Sonic Transformed. They can kind of be interchanged on here, but I love playing these Sonic games on the go. Obviously, I love Mario Kart games and kart races and stuff like that, and this one is just really, really good, especially if you are a Sonic fan. It is obviously an older game. Even Transformed is an older game at this point, but it looks fantastic on the Steam Deck. It runs really well, as you guys are seeing here. And as a huge kart racing fan, this is still one of my favorite kart races that you can play on the Steam Deck here, as you guys are looking at. There's so much to love, even though the game is old. There's, the tracks are really well designed in Sonic in this version here. There's a lot to love. And then in the Transform version that I talked about, that can be interchanged with this one, your vehicle can transform and give you more variety of, like, driving in a boat and water and stuff like that. It's just the tracks and all the characters from Sonic and Sega. If you're into the history of Sonic and Sega, they have a lot of tracks based on different properties of their games and stuff, and it's just a fantastically well done game. We've been talking about this game for years, because it's been around for so long, and being able to play this game so beautifully on a handheld like this, running at 60 FPS and at high fidelity settings, it just makes the game even more fun than it usually is, just because of how well it runs on a portable system now. And I'm having a ton of fun with this one, guys. So check out Sonic and Sega's All-Star Racing, or Sonic Transformed, coming in at number 9. Alright guys, so the next one here coming in at number 8 is Multiverse, as you guys are looking at here. I'm having a blast playing this game. I have since it ever launched, and this is such a great game to play on the Steam Deck. Of course, it's kind of similar to the game I talked about before with Nickelodeon Brawl, but this one actually has an online community, so it makes it obviously more fun to actually play. and be able to find people online, which is not the case when it comes to Nickelodeon Brawl, so I usually don't end up playing that one as much. But this one has a great community and a lot of fun to be able to be had. If you guys are into like WB characters, you have things from Game of Thrones, from as you guys can see here, we have Rick and Morty, we have DC characters, everything you can possibly want when it comes to WB. So I would definitely tell you guys to check this out if possible. So that is Multiverse coming in at number 8. Alright guys, and the next one here coming in at number 7 is Hot Wheels Unleashed. This game is so good. Again, it's another kart racer, but this one's obviously themed to Hot Wheels, and the game is frantic, it's fast. The tracks that you can create, because you can obviously make your own tracks in this game, are awesome. They've added a DLC where they added like a Looney Tunes expansion, Batman, which you're seeing here. A lot of fun to be had with this one. There's full-on multiplayer, full-on career modes. Again, you can make your own tracks, download other people's tracks. There's a lot of variety. That was fantastic. There's a lot of variety in this game that you can actually play, especially if you're into, like, again, the DC universe and all that kind of stuff with this game. They did a fantastic job of bringing a racing game like this into the kind of the modern era for Hot Wheels. And obviously, I was a huge Hot Wheels fan when I was a kid. And to be able to have this on here and play on the Steam Deck is awesome. Be able to play this anywhere I go. And it runs super smooth, as you guys are looking at here, at really high fidelity. So it's a lot of fun to play. I'm playing horribly behind the camera as usual. But it is a lot of fun, and I love playing this competitively online with others, or just racing around, building my own tracks, and all that kind of stuff. So that is Hot Wheels Unleashed, coming in at number 7. The next one on this list, coming in at number 6, is of course Grand Theft Auto 5. To be able to play a game like this in handheld mode is fantastic. And obviously, I've already played the full story mode before. I do have this running on higher settings just to show you guys. Obviously, I could lower this stuff and not make it run at 30 FPS like it's doing right now, or a little bit higher, as you guys can see in the top left corner. But this game is so much fun to be able to play on a handheld. The fact that you can play a full game like this anywhere you go, and I've already beaten the story mode on Xbox, so I got the game on Steam, and now I can kind of replay the story mode at my own leisure, mess around a little bit more. And of course, there's the online as well if I want to dive into the online game whenever I have online internet connection. So this game gives you an infinite amount of replayability, a lot of things to do, especially when you consider online and the story mode together. So it's a fantastic game to have on the Steam Deck that you can kind of play anywhere and do whatever you want, essentially, and kind of just mess around, cause havoc like we all do with Grand Theft Auto, and do whatever we want. So, and the game, as you can tell, has the potential to look fantastic. Of course, you can lower the settings a little bit if you want to get even higher FPS, but you can do it any way you want. But I think the game is a lot of fun, and I definitely urge you guys to check this out on the Steam Deck if you guys love playing games like this on the Steam Deck, because there is an infinite amount of playability on here like I'm having. And that is Grand Theft Auto 5 coming in at number 6. The next one here coming in at number 5 is Nickelodeon Kart Racers 3. So this is the sequel, the third sequel to this game, and this game had everything that we all wanted in the first two. So this is obviously the newest kart racer on the list, which is why I'm playing it so much. Again, I'm a huge Nickelodeon fan. You guys know I love the 90s on this channel. I've done a lot of 90s related content on here, and this obviously fits that bill also, and they did a really good job with this. This has 40 tracks on here, over 40 tracks to be able to play. Again, all mimicked from different things that we all know and love from Nickelodeon, like Reptar and stuff that you guys are seeing here. They have things from Cat Dog, all the different shows that we all like, Ninja Turtles, all that kind of stuff. A lot of content, and they finally added voiceovers to all the characters that you guys may be hearing every once in a while with Chucky that I have here from the Rugrats. So it has everything that I wanted in a kart racer from Nickelodeon. I think they did a fantastic job with this title. The tracks are all varied, the characters are all there. There's a lot of tracks, a lot of characters in the game, and a lot of sub-characters that aren't full characters, but at least give a nod to the different series. And they go really, really into some of these that, from shows you may have not heard of in a long time. They have Double Dare on here with the Double Dare challenges. Double Dare was fantastic, and it just brings back all the nostalgic memories from being a kid. And this game does exactly that, and I'm playing it a lot. Of course, it's the newest game on the list, so it will probably drop off eventually, because unfortunately there's not a lot of people playing online, but I just get a kick out of playing with these characters, listening to the voiceovers. There's a lot of stuff to unlock, too, with all the characters and tracks that you're progressing through, and cart pieces and all that kind of stuff to keep you busy as well, which is what I've been doing. So, really fantastic game if you guys are a fan of Nickelodeon. They did a really good job on this one, after the other one not being as good as this one, but this one is really, really good. So definitely urge you guys to check this one out. If you guys are Nickelodeon fans, coming in at number 5, Nickelodeon Kart Racers 3. All right, guys, so the next one here coming in at number 4 is YouTuber Life 2. So I never actually played the original one of this one, so I have nothing to compare it to. But I have played other ones on here. I have played this game a lot on here, and this game is a lot of fun. If you're a YouTuber and stuff like that, and obviously like sim creation games like The Sims and stuff like that, this is kind of right up the alley, except you're living your YouTuber dreams and kind of being a celebrity, upgrading your apartment, you know, meeting different people out there, and you actually see YouTubers that you may know from the actual real life world of YouTube and seeing them in the game and stuff like that, which is really cool. So I think the game is really, really well done. And I think it's a lot of fun to play here. As you can see, I'm in my apartment here kind of going through. It looks like there's going to be a PlayCon Gaming Festival, and it's celebrated for the first time in New Tube City, which is the thing about this. You have a whole entire city to explore. There's a lot of different things to actually be able to go into and explore. And I've only scratched the surface with this game. There's a lot more for me to do. And I'm excited to keep diving into this one and you know, keep going. If you guys are fans of the original, I would assume you're going to be fans of this one because I'm having a ton of fun with it. And if you haven't heard about this game before, I definitely urge you guys to definitely check this one out. If you're into The Sims and stuff like that, where you can edit your own home and customize your home and meet people and form relationships, but you want the YouTube, you know, idea thrown in that you're living a YouTuber dream in life and creating content and trying to get as many followers and subscribers on YouTube in a digital game like this, I think this one's really fun. I think you guys should definitely check this one out, and I'm having a ton of fun playing it. YouTuber Life 2 coming in at number 4. So the next one here coming in at number 3 is one of my favorite arcade racing games of all time, and I don't know how many of you guys can guess what this game is right now running on the Steam Deck, but it is Blur, the original game on the Xbox 360 and PS3. Again, one of my favorite, if not my favorite, arcade racing game of all time. And it's so much fun. Think of racing games with real cars like this, but Mario Kart type power-ups that you can kind of throw at each other. The game is so much fun. The game has a lot of speed to it. Obviously has a great story mode. Obviously the online doesn't work anymore, but there is LAN play as well if you want to play with multiple Steam Decks, which does work from Steam, which is awesome if you guys are all on the same network. But I just have fun playing the AI and stuff like that because it's still a ton of fun. Of course, the game has split screen as well if you want to put it on a bigger screen. But for the Steam Deck purposes I'm using it for, it's just fantastic to be able to go through the career mode. You can see here I'm kind of throwing these things at cars and stuff like that. It's just, it runs fantastic on here. Closer, it's an older game, so of course it's running at a full 60 FPS. But man, is this game fun. And I can't believe I have it running on a Steam Deck after all these years of playing a game like this at full speed. It's too bad I got pulled from Steam, so no one else can purchase it on Steam, so you'll have to find other notorious ways to be able to get it on your Steam Deck instead. But if you do have it on here, it's definitely a fantastic game to play, guys. Definitely urge you guys to check this one out if you guys are fans of arcade racers like I am. So Blur coming in at number 3. The next one on this list coming in at number 2 is Disney's Dreamlight Valley. This is one of the ones newly. I'm kind of in the beginning of this. As you can see, I haven't really played too far. I just got this game recently. I'm kind of in the beginning areas, but I can tell this is going to be a game that I'm going to be playing a lot. Obviously, I have to manipulate the settings because the FPS is kind of going all over the place right now when you scroll through. But the fact that I can play a Disney game on the go like this, and it has, obviously, I'm a huge Disney fan as well, so I'll be able to, like, you know, play this game on the go and have a whole giant adventure of meeting different characters. It's kind of like Animal Crossing for the people who kind of want to compare this game. It's kind of like Animal Crossing. Has that kind of flair to it where you're kind of building a whole Dreamlight Valley and you have all these Disney characters that you're meeting, going through the Disney worlds and all that kind of stuff. So it has that cool element. It has some Disney music in here. So I think it's really cool. And it's definitely one I'll be playing a lot here. As you can see the castle over here at some point. There it is over there. Magic Kingdom Castle, which is awesome there in the background. And I have a lot to explore with this game, but I know it's going to be one I'm going to keep coming back to on the Steam Deck because it has everything I want. I love Animal Crossing and I love Disney, and it kind of combined it into one, and they're always adding new content to the game to bring even more characters from Disney into here. Like Lion King is one that they added recently and stuff with its own kind of side story and stuff. So I think Gameloft and Disney have a real hit on here. If they keep updating this game, there's always going to be a lot to do. So this is definitely coming in at my number 2 because it is the one I'm playing the most right now. And it's definitely the one I foresee myself playing the most going forward. So Disney's Dreamlight Valley coming in at number 2. And the last one here, coming in at number 1, is the number 1 game that I still have on record of playing on Steam with the amount of hours I've played. And it is, of course, Rocket League, as you guys are looking at here. And that was terrible because, again, playing behind a camera is what I'm going to blame it on. I am really good at Rocket League. I have over 1,000 hours, I think almost 1,600 hours on here. The game is just so much fun to play. And obviously, I have been playing this game on the Switch before the Steam Deck ever arrived. But the fact that now we have a portable handheld like this that can run the game even better than it could on the Switch is, of course, even better than it used to be, because now I can play this anywhere I go, which is just awesome. It runs really smooth, of course, on the Steam Deck, being that the game is not super demanding, but I love playing this on the Steam Deck here. And there goes our goal for us. So, Rocket League is definitely my number 1 played game on any game I've ever played, and it continues to be that way on the Steam Deck because it's so easily always find people online, always a ton of fun, always really competitive, and I just have a ton of fun playing this game. I'm sure you guys have heard of Rocket League and know exactly what I'm talking about. So, Rocket League is my number 1 played game on the Steam Deck. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that list on my top 10 favorite games to play on the Steam Deck. Of course, this list is going to be changing all the time, so I'll probably make this game or this list on a yearly basis so you guys can see how this list evolves and what I'm playing on the Steam Deck and stuff like that. So definitely stay tuned and subscribe if you guys are interested in videos like that. These are my top 10 current games that I'm playing on the Steam Deck, but these will definitely evolve. So if you guys have any questions about what you guys have seen in today's video, as always, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Until next time.